Hello, 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 my darlings. Thank you for joining me on A Slice of Life, A Slice of Life. I found a woman who said
Fiancé's birthday this weekend. I'm
it's her
76 years old.
fiance's birthday this weekend, and she's 76 years old, and she is getting ready for his birthday party. And I liked that. I liked that she was 76, and I liked what she had to say. And so her name is Pamela DENEUVE. So it's DE, capital NEUVE. Be sure to go back and listen to her. And I found her, I think I'm on TikTok. I don't want to move anything because once I move something, it may not be right. But anyway, her name is Pamela DENEUVE, and it's her fiance's birthday party. And what I like is that she's showing herself getting ready at 76. Now listen to me, you 60, you 65, you 55. This woman is 76, and this is what she said. Oh, wait a minute. See, that's why I like to move anything.
I don't know who
That's
this
why
is
I can
for.
never, whenever I do that, I can never go back. Let me go
It's my
back.
fiance's birthday this weekend. I'm 76 years old, and I spent the last 20 years before I met him completely celibate.
Okay.
You know,
That's a little bit too much information, but she said it. I didn't say it. She spent the last 20 years being celibate. And so she just decided that, oh, well, you know what? What did she say? What did she say? Why? Did she say why? Let me see why.
I am ready for this. I spent all those time alone, and people think that we stop dating because we lose interest. That's not really the truth.
Okay, she is saying that people think you stop dating because you lose interest. That's not really the truth. Now, she has a good point. You stop dating because you have so much on your plate. You don't, you can remember already dating. I can remember already dating, so why do I need to do it again? I remember I got some good memories, I got some bad memories. So I don't know if I feel like fooling with that again. You kind of get set into what your ways is, so to speak, and they get set in their ways by the time you get to be a people of a certain age. She's 76. And so, you used to you used to having your process, what you do every day, your alone time. You can just come in your house and close the door, and you don't have to worry about whether or not it looks the way it's supposed to look or however you want. It's a whole process of being 76 or 66 or 56 or 86. And that's what she's saying. And I like the way, what I like, look at her hair. She has her hair rolled up, and she actually makes up her face on the screen here to show you that she's getting ready, and how she's enjoying getting ready. I don't know if I would be this bold, because I do show you all some, the good and the bad and the ugly. But that's what she did here. And so she continues to say,
I didn't stop because I was tired. I stopped because I was hiding. For 2 decades, I treated being invisible like a warm coat. I was running away from the messiness of being seen and being with someone.
that's the point. She said she wasn't, it was the messiness. There is some messiness. I guess she's just hiding. She said she was hiding. There's some messiness that comes along maybe, but you can get past that. The messiness maybe at 76, or somebody 56 are paying attention to you 76 because you with somebody 56, or somebody always making a comment about, well, you already dated, you don't need to date anymore, or why you dating a younger man. It's a messiness to come with. Oh, why you going out with this person? Or people all in your business, because they don't have enough of their own business, or they're not 76 yet. They don't think that at 76 they may not want to go out with somebody, but they all find out. My mother used to say, and now I say it to myself, just keep living. Baby, just keep living. All that you said you were not going to ever do, it'll come back and slap you in the face. Anybody witness? Anybody witness to what your mama said when you were younger, and you hear it in your ear now? She used to say, just keep living. All that, all that I'm not going to do, and it's not going to do it, I'm not going to do it, I'm this, that, and the other. Okay, life will bring you something that you never heard of before. You'd be like, whoa, what happened? It'll present some scenarios to you, and you just like, what? This is happening to me? So this woman said, hey, I was just hiding. Because there's a peace that comes with not having anybody. It's a peace. It may be at night, it may not be a peace, or when you want to go somewhere, or when you look at other couples, you know, you may like, I want to do that, I want to go out, you know, but you also may have people, and I don't know why, you know what, let me stop, let me put a pin in that. On the same, either TikTok or YouTube, I don't want to change it because I'll lose it, but let me tell you what I heard a man say, and I'm going to say it, let me lean in. He said, 100 years from now, you will not be here. Nobody in your generation would even know you. You won't be here. Nothing about you will be here. Maybe you left a book, maybe. The book might be here. Some art might be here. But all those things you worried about, none of that will be here. So why do you allow it to stop you from living? Now that was a word. That was a word. And I've said it before, when my daughter says, when she invites people to come and join Christ, your eyes are going to close. Everybody in the sound of my voice, your eyes are going to close one day. Your last breath is going to be taken. And you have wasted time, missing out on something that you want to do because you worried about what somebody going to say, and 100 years from now, it won't even matter. Live. L-I-V-E. Live. Enjoy the fact that God has given you time on this earth to live. What are you waiting for at this point in your life? Who are you answering to at this point in your life? Why are you answering to people at this point in your life? You need to tell people to kiss your grits at this point in your life. Now, I'm not talking to 25 and 35-year-olds. I know you are bound by your peers. But baby, once you hit 50, something should change. And 60, damn sure something should change. And 70, change ought to be a part of your vocabulary. It should be in your DNA deep, because change is coming for you for real, because you're on the other side of midnight. And it ain't a whole lot of time, but it ain't all the time you had before. Them 70 that you had, it ain't 70 more. But it's a good 30 more. And that's why I said live. I have to talk to myself. I have missed out. I missed out on a number of things because I was concerned about what other people would say. And I'm concerned about how it would look. What do you mean how it would look? To whom? To your peers, or many of them who are wishing and hoping or jealous or got all kind of crazy feelings? Why do you care? Why do you care? Why do you care about what some peers have to say at this point in your life? You say, oh, my children, your children are going to enjoy their life. They're going to do what they want to do. They are going to live long enough to remember all the things that they didn't want you to do, that they're going to be trying to do when you're dead and gone. Stop it. Live. You heard this woman. Let me hear what the rest she has to say. Wait.
When you're young, you date to build a future, but when you're 76, you date to inhabit the present.
I like that. Now, I like that. That makes sense. When you're young, you date to have a future. When you're older, you date to have a presence. You date because you just want to go somewhere. You might want to go for coffee. You might want to go for a ride. One day, my person asked me to go for a ride. I loved him for that, because when I was a little girl, that was the key word. Let's go for a ride. It brought back such warm memories. Did I go for the ride? No, because I didn't feel like it that day. But just that fact that somebody said, let's go for a ride. Ooh. And you know, you just get in the car, no GPS. Just go down the highway and see something. Or just go and end up in North or South Carolina, end up in Tennessee, or end up somewhere. You have to go now. You have to carry a few things with you. When you say, let's go for a ride, because you don't know where you're going to end up on that ride. You see, that's the fun thing about it. She heard what she said. I mean, she's steady getting ready. Right now, she's putting her eyelashes, add mascara on. She got a eyeshadow on. She's put some, as we said, she has beat that face. You know, she put some powder. Back in the day, they called powders. Put some powder on. She got some blush. Look, she got a little blush going on there. And now, she's putting the eyelash mascara on. She got the eyebrows all ready. All she got to do is let down her hair. Okay, let's see what she's going to say right here.
I realized that my being celibate wasn't a virtue. It was really, I was afraid. I was protecting my heart. And I didn't need protection. I needed exercise.
Now, this part I didn't get. She said she's protecting her heart. I do understand that part. Being celibate wasn't a virtue. Well, you know, if you're a Christian, it is a virtue. But in this case, she's saying it wasn't a virtue. It was just protecting her heart. I do understand that. You know, women fall in love, men fall in lust. Clear as day. We fall in love, they fall in lust. You know, and whatever it takes for them to get that lust, that they decorate it with love. When you ain't, because no, it's lust for them, love for us. That's proven. It's all kind of psychological tests have been done. A number of studies have been done. Those people who are in relationships, they know all about it. They know that if that's what he likes, then that's who he's gonna marry, to make sure he gets that, and then all the rest of it comes along. That comes along with it. You see. That it's just a given. But in her case, she said, I needed exercise. I don't know how to translate that. But I noticed, look at the eyeshadow. She's getting it together there. The thing with me, I always thought about with people is, and I heard my friend, one of the people I work with on Women on the Move around the globe said, Georgianne, I like you with it on and with it off. Now I haven't heard anybody say that. You know, with it on or with it off. You got to think about, you're a woman of a certain age. And we look differently at a certain age. And if that person is going to be your person, I don't know, men have a look. They could be older and they get distinguished. But when we get older, we get the B word. We get all kind of terminology. OB and all kind of terminology is assigned to us. That's not a sign. You've seen those brothers down in Texas. You heard me talk about the Silver Fox brothers. They all got gray hair and they all buffed, you know, because women 20, 25, 30, 35, they still looking at them. And they'll take one, and not one of y'all will say a word. Not one woman have I heard say one time anything about a man 65 with a woman 45. Not one time. But damn it, you let you be 65 female and you go get a man 45. The church will throw you out. The pastor will call you. The family will treat you like dirt. It won't even talk about the person, won't allow the person to be in there, do everything they can to break it up or make sure it doesn't happen. Let that happen. Let you be some other age. And then what? It's okay for Cher, because she's Cher. Wow, well, you know, that's just Cher. And it's okay for her to be, what, almost 80? And he's 30-something? Give me a freaking break. But I digress. She got her, look at her face now. You can see her face. She's getting it together. But I just want you to know, do you really want to see all this when it ain't this? When it ain't this? When it ain't this? When it's not this? You know, you got to want, you got to know who you want. And you got to like what you want. You don't care how it comes, you see. But when you only in lust, then you cannot take it. You can't take this right here. You can't take this. If you're in lust, you cannot take this right here. This right here. You cannot take this in lust. In lust, you want this. But in love, you'll take this and say, what you want me to do? You want me to comb it for you? Want me to braid it up? Can I oil it for you? And we'll brush it back. And then what wig would you like to wear today? Baby, can I buy you something else? How you feel today? How you want to look today? Sometimes I like it with a little blonde in it. Can we go see if they got one in blonde? Oh, girl, you could put your little red in there. It don't matter, whatever. Baby, what makes you feel good? You understand what I'm saying? Do you understand? That's where is that person? Where are you with the woman who looks a certain way? All right? Let me see where is she now? She got the eye. What's she putting on now? What is that? Maybe that's the lipstick. Let's see.
So I decided to transition. I met my honey and I went from running to learning. And let me tell you, dating is different. And I have learned so much about me.
Now, she said, oh, she looks good. Now, look at that. She said dating is different. She learned a lot about herself. You do learn a lot when you do learn a lot about yourself. It's called how much you're going to take. See, if you've been not dating and then you start dating and then you say, I don't want to do that. I did that in my 20s. You learn a lot about yourself, or you also learn, I don't think I want to do this. Oh, I think I want to do this, but I want to do it with him. I think it's a good idea, but you learn a lot about yourself and you make a determination about yourself and you say, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. See, I'm at that point of, I don't want to do that. I want to do it, but I want to do it my way. And my way or no way is where I am at this point. Because it's my comfort zone. I need to be in my comfort zone. And the person who wants to be with you will say, what do I need to do? How can I help you? Do you want to wear the cane today? You don't want to use your cane. Do you want to go should we go see about your neuropathy today? Let me find you something for neuropathy. Like my good friend in Chicago, she spent money and sent me some something electrical to put around my feet. But my feet just, I don't know. I don't know. I can't tell you about it. So some days it's good and a lot of days it's not. A lot of days it's pain. Do you want to sit with my pain? Do you want to rub my feet? You would make sure I go to the pedicure place. Are you making sure? See, all of that comes in when you start talking about women of a certain age. But them youngins too, they want their nails, their hair, and their feet done. And that's a component in your budget. When you do your budget, boo, you need to have that in your budget. Okay? And then another thing, this is while I'm talking. She's in the end, I know what she's gonna say in the end, so I'm gonna get before that. I'm gonna go ahead of that. She's talking about how messy in the end. Now this is where it gets messy. It's expectations. Your expectations and my expectations. They don't mix. And when they don't mix, it's not a mix. I expect you to act a certain way, the way I think a person ought to act. And they don't act that way, and then you expect me to act a certain way, and I don't act that way, then we don't need to be together. You need to go on your way and I go my way. You can't put a plug in a square. All right? And so this woman here decided she would date a 76. Woman 70-year-olds. 76, baby, she fall from 80. I ain't mad with her. I'm not at all, because she's looking good. You see how that face is coming together? That face is coming together. And I know he's seen the other face, because she's already said, intimated that they have an intimate relationship. She said she called my honey. When you start calling him honey and getting dressed like that, and she in a hurry, get all this on, because they going somewhere. That's another thing. I want you to take me somewhere that you don't mind me coming in a cane. See, everybody can't do that. If my feet are not doing well, then don't say, well, I want to go, but I don't want, she's going to be on a cane. What? You're not taking me because I'm on a cane? Or you worry about if my feet are hurting that day? Or you don't want to take me because you done told everybody one thing about me and it's another thing about me? Oh yeah, see, I told you, lust and love are two different things. If you told everybody you in lust with the woman and didn't tell nobody you love the woman, you don't want to show up with her because everybody gonna know her business. and they're gonna know your business, and they're gonna know why you with her. So maybe you with her for lust, but you're not with her for love. Okay, and you done put her on Front Street without saying it. Oh, I can tell you all kinds of stories. I talk to all kinds of people. I know all kinds of stuff. All right, so let me go to this next thing. What's she saying?
For a provider, and I'm not looking for a nurse. I'm looking for a mirror, someone to remind me that I'm still dangerous and that I am a vibrant woman.
She said she's looking for a mirror. Somebody just to tell her, you know, you look good. I'm still vibrant. I like being with you. Just, you know, give her that lift. I mean, look at that face now. Woo-wee. She got that face together. Now watch when she pull down this hair. Wait.
Terrifying? Absolutely. My body's changed, and so have the rules changed. I have never been so uninhibited in my life. I had barriers, and I pushed men away, and I felt like I didn't want to let anyone in my heart, in my body.
That's a point. You know, after a certain point, you don't want to let anybody in your heart. In her case, she said, in my heart or in my body. That's true. You don't want, Can I say that? She says here, my heart, my body. That's what she says. So it's her fiance's birthday party, and she's 76, and she stopped running. So in the end, I don't get this last thing she's going to say. But I like that. Be sure to look it up yourself. Her name is Pamela DENEUVE, DENEUVE, and it's my fiance's birthday party. And I look at her hair. She has gray hair. Gray hair. She had it rolled up. Now she got the hair. You see the eyebrows, the eyelashes. I just like it when we do that. I love that transformation. But I also like, if the transformation isn't there, I still want you to see the beauty. I still want you to see whatever you saw. You know, the problem that most of us have is that we don't see it ourselves. We don't see it ourselves. So this is her last little bit she's going to say. I'm not sure, what does it say? See more. I don't want to mess up. It's the weekend. Oh, they go on the weekend. Oh, okay. All right, so let me see, but I didn't get this part right here.
Or anything. And, you know, I had built a life. I built a life around my pets. I built a life around my work. And
I got that part. I got that part. She did build a life around her pets and her work. We do that. We do that. We can go a long time. Y'all can't go, but we can. Just build a life for ourselves, you know. We may be aching on the inside. You may cry every night, you know, wishing and hoping. You may cry for somebody, but you know, it's not right. And so you just have to make up your mind. It's not right. Person don't want to do right. Person does not want to do right. You cannot waste your time with that person. Do not waste your time, ladies, with a person who does not want to do right. And they know what right is. They know right. Men know right. They know right. They just play like it. So let me say, she said, what else she said?
But, you know, I decided to meet someone, and I decided to go all in. And I have gone all in.
So, you know what she said? She said, I decided to meet somebody, and I decided to go all in. You have to make a decision now. That's what you want to do. You have to say, you know what? Let me just go. I have a girlfriend that just made a decision. She's made decisions like, I'm going with this one. That's the one I'm going with. And then come next time I talk to her, though, she's not with that one. She said, I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to go with this one. So she can make choices of who she's going to go with, you know? And so, and these women that I talk to are all 60, and they're 60. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I don't know when I was 60. I don't know. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it went somewhere. Hold up. Wait a minute, I lost it again. Right, see, that's what I don't like.
Child, I didn't heard this. Right, I didn't believe this.
See, this is what I don't like. When I put my finger on something.
It's my fiance's birthday this weekend.
Let me find it.
I'm 76 years old.
Where is it?
I spent the last 20 years and I decided to go all in.
Yeah.
And I've gone all in. And
Oh, look at
along
the
with that
face.
has come with some messiness
Look at,
because
look.
now we're dealing with
Wait a minute,
feelings,
she gonna walk
feelings that I
back. Wait a
haven't
minute.
felt
Oh, look
in
at girlfriend.
decades.
All right,
And
you see?
it's not pretty.
See
And
that outfit
sometimes
on? Look at, now she's ready to go. Isn't that's beautiful. That is beautiful. This I like. She wants to do it. I wish her well. She looks pretty. Look. She said, yep, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready to get on out here and do what it do. Baby, you have to make up your mind. You have to make up your mind. Because listen, I have a girlfriend, another girlfriend, soror of mine, used to say, men are men all over the world. It doesn't matter if they're 76, 36, 56, 66. They're the same. If you think it's going to cost they 36, and you think when they get 66, no. No. They're the same. It's just a different level. They may have they may be maybe quieter, or they take a different approach, or they're willing to take a little more meat, or they're willing to take a little more gray hair, or they're willing to whatever they're willing to take, whatever that means. They're willing to go a little slower. They're willing to be a little more patient. That comes with age. That's all. But all that other stuff is still there. But I love them. Yes. If I had my choice, love them. Love them, love them, love them. All right. Girlfriend, you go ahead and have a good time. Pamela DENEUVE, I enjoyed you tonight. I hope you enjoyed this. There's one thing about it. You know I love you. When I look for things like this, I can't.
You're saying have you ever?
See, listen, I love you. You think about what you're going to do. This is 26. We're in the first quarter. This is the quarter to plan. The second quarter is to implement. The third quarter is to see where it's going. The fourth quarter is to get the bag. So, you know, we're in the first quarter. So the first quarter, by the end of the year, you could be married. I don't know if that's what you want, but it's up to you. You make that decision. You think about what you want to do. You think about why you're doing what you're doing. And you think about them 100 years. 100 years from now, will it matter? No, it won't. I love you, and you can't do anything about it.